Hello everyone, let's check out today's daily. Oh, we've got Rising Sun. Surprise, surprise. It's Tuesday, so it's the only expansion we have. Let's take a quick look at the kingdom. Okay. What does this event do again? Pay any amount of money to trash that many cards from your hand. At the start of your cleanup, set aside your hand face down. At the start of your next turn, put those cards in your hand. Okay, cool. So we have trashing in Mountain Shrine and asceticism. Ooh. Oh, Rice Broker can also trash. Is there a village? There's no village. So that'll make this a little awkward. We can always open with Mountain Shrine. But with a 2-5, I'm considering opening Rice Broker to help accelerate draws a little bit. And if we ever hit 4 money with 2 estates, we can trash the 2 estates. We have an attack in Samurai, but it's a one-time discard attack, and then it's not exactly the most powerful effect. Although, if we get a couple of Samurais in play, and then maybe like, let me think, is there anything that reduces hand size with some kind of benefit? Oh, actually, Ronan's going to be pretty bad when Biding Time comes up, because we're going to have a lot of green cards. In the greening phase, we're going to have a lot of green cards in our hand, and Ronan won't do anything. So Ronan is out. We're not going to touch that. Let me think here. 3 cards and 3 debt, or 5 cards and 2 debt. And if we start with Rice Broker, well, if I did open Mountain Shrine instead of Rice Broker, well, I still wouldn't be able to get anything else with it. So I think I'll open Rice Broker on turn 2. How much money is Rice potentially going to get? So if I get a Samurai in play, then Rice generates 4 coin. And if I also have, say, a Shadow card in play, it generates 5. Yeah, I'm looking at without any village. I'm trying to look for how we can get some good draw going. If I play a Rice Broker, if I have a Samurai in play and 1 ally, then Artist would draw 4 cards non-terminally. But then, if I have more than 1 Samurai in play, Artist won't be drawing quite as much. So I think at least, and is there plus buy? There's plus buy in Imperial Envoy and Rice. I might just take, so here's my kind of longer term plan. It's not inconceivable that the prophecy never gets unlocked. Because I'm not exactly going to try and push for the prophecy to get unlocked. I don't mind if it does, but I think I'm going to start with Rice Broker. My terminal will probably be Imperial Envoy. I will get a samurai or two. Well, maybe, we'll see what the money situation is. But it would be nice to have a samurai, maybe two. I'll probably pick up an Imperial Envoy. Now that I think about it, is it worth opening Imperial Envoy? If I pick up just Imperial Envoy on my next turn, then I'm practically drawing my entire deck. And I could so I would draw my entire deck. I'd have 2 debt. If I do draw legitimately everything, pay back the 2 debt, and then I have 5 coin, 2 for that, trash 3 estates. So maybe Imperial Envoy is actually a better open. And we could think about Rice Broker later. Maybe. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll open Imperial Envoy with hopefully being able to trash as many estates as possible. How do you pronounce this word? Is it asceticism or asceticism? Asceticism. I'll have to look that up. Okay, new plan. Open Imperial Envoy. Hopefully get in a full estate trash. Then we have a pretty thin deck. We have all of the proper junk is gone. I don't know if a Rice Broker would even be necessary then. But then we just work up to some money stuff. That's what I think this is gonna be. Okay, let's go. They trash an estate. Good for you. Are they gonna trash an estate on their next turn as well? Yep. Ooh, so we don't actually draw the whole deck. I did some math wrong yet again. But I can trash 2 estates, which seems pretty good, and I now have this Imperial Envoy. Whereas the AI has also trashed 2 estates, and maybe they'll buy Imperial Envoy. Is there something better I can do here then? Probably not. Mountain Shrine. I'm not impressed just yet. So each of my turns from now on, I'll have 5 money. So I need to start adding some money to my deck. Maybe Mountain Shrine is the way to do that. But then I'm over terminaled. Let's think here. Yeah, like if I play Imperial Envoy next turn, I will have 5 money to spend. So that could just be buy Mountain Shrine now and pay it off. Pay off that debt. Mountain Shrine will thin out some coppers. I could add in... I want to get to a samurai. Maybe 2, and then just start adding some money. But do I really need to thin out my coppers? That's another question. I still have an estate, right? So if with 5 money, I could Spend 3 money to thin the estate. And then 2 more money on what? Maybe next turn instead I just take like... it's such an awkward... I have such an awkward amount of money. I mean, I'm not even opposed to... What if I added a copper? If I added a copper now, I would have 6 money in my deck. After paying the Imperial Envoy's debt is what I mean. And yeah, this is so sometimes I worry that my viewers are annoyed that I take so long for individual decisions like this, but man. What have they done? They've trashed 2 estates, that's it. And I have also trashed 2 estates, but I also have an envoy. But I'm on turn 3. Like having extra coppers, if biding time ever gets unlocked, having extra coppers isn't the worst thing in the world. Okay, next turn I will have 5 money. No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy a copper with the intention of, hopefully, I can play the Imperial Envoy, in which case I'll spend 3 to trash the estate and another 3 for a silver. Someone let me know why this is the stupidest thing in the world. I don't think I've ever bought a copper so early in the game. So they take a rice broker, seems reasonable. I'll trash you, take a silver. So now I have 8 money to play with. And they added a silver. Is it time for a samurai? So like, I would love to add a samurai, an ally, and an artist. And then just like, well, maybe not necessarily in this order, but like samurai, ally, artist, and rice. And then basically just start, just go money and greening. But maybe there's something to be said also about rice broker and getting rid of some coppers. But then I'm lowering my economy, right? I could go here, rice broker silver, and then then in theory next turn I would have 9 to spend. That could be samurai and maybe even another asceticism, trash a copper. Yeah, how about rice broker silver? They buy gold. Okay, so I think this will be, let me think. I could trash 2 coppers. Or I could buy samurai. But then the samurai, I have a rice broker down here. And that could be a collision. I think I might just trash 2 coppers. And then how much money do I have in my deck? Down there is a silver Imperial Envoy and 3 coppers. So I have trashed 1 copper now, so I'm back down to 7. So if I trash these 2 coppers, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 money in deck, minus 2 from the Imperial Envoy. Currently, Rice is only making 2 money. But I think if I trash these 2 coppers, then Imperial Envoy will draw everything. How much money did I say I would have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, minus 2, 7. That could be a samurai. They have a gold. Another rice broker. Yeah, I think I'm going to take a samurai here and then start adding rice. I would do it the other way around, rice then samurai, but rice is only getting 2 money right now, which isn't impressive. The issue is being able to get the samurai without collision. Okay, they've got their rice now. So again, their rice is also only going to make 2 money unless they pick up a samurai or an alley or Ronin or Mountain Shrine, something. Okay. Do I need to keep this Imperial Envoy around? I could just buy it back right now, this turn. How much money do I have? I had 7 last turn, so I'll have 9 right now. So I could rice broker the Envoy, play the samurai, and pick up an Imperial Envoy and an alley. And then I have like all of the differently typed cards that I will probably ever get, and rice should be very strong. So let me just make sure, let me count my money again, make sure that's correct. Down there, I trashed 2 coppers on my last turn. No, I didn't. It was the turn before. Lost track a little bit, but I believe down there I have 3 coppers and a silver and a samurai. So that's 5 money. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, oh, I don't have buys though. I don't have extra buy. Shoot. Okay, if I rice broker a copper, draw 2 cards, at worst, that gives me 5 money. And with 5, so I mean, it could be 6. I could pick up another samurai. If I draw the samurai, then I could have only 4 money. If I play the Imperial Envoy, I'll have 7 money to spend and 2 buys. Maybe that's like Alley Silver or Alley Root Cellar. Let's just do this. Okay, so I don't want to play this. It does me almost no good at all. Another samurai? I mean, it's slow to get them into play. But then, you know, starting each turn with 2 money, and rice will generate 4. And if I do ever pick up my ally, it gets 5. So maybe I take an ally. I think I'll take an ally here. Get my samurai in play, and then just load up on rice. Okay, so we play the ally, discard you. Do I want to be trashing? What's down there? If I trash a copper? No, even if I draw both silvers. Maybe I rice broker, play the samurai, and buy a silver. So now how much money do I have in my deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't really want to play this rice broker that often anymore. Like, I'm probably gonna, as soon as I get a rice into my deck, the Imperial Envoy is what I'll be playing a lot of. Down there is a silver and a copper. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if I discard this and play Imperial Envoy, I should be able to afford rice. So now I think we are really flying. They get a rice and a silver. Okay, let's play our shadow. Yeah, so now rice is making a lot. So this could be rice, gold. I should have tried to figure out how much overdraw I had just now. Yeah, so what do I do? Rice gold. Is there a world where I take an artist? It'll probably draw, the maximum it would draw is 4 cards. And that's if I never get another samurai. The reason for samurai here, by the way, wasn't so much for the attack or the coin, although great, those are nice. It's to power up rice. Samurai on its own, it's the only duration and attack type. So that adds 2 more coin to rice. And then the ally, if I get the ally in play every time, that's another coin to rice. I think this should be gold. And then there's maybe even there's a case at some point to make for Root Cellar, because the gold pays off the debt from Root Cellar. I don't know if that's a good way to think of this kind of thing, though. So basically, this is basically a lab. If I get a gold, then in the future this becomes a lab. But you know, the next Root Cellar I get is not a lab. If I get a bunch of Root Cellars and rice, that's big. Did I add another rice? I did. So I think what I'll do here is I'll get a gold. And, oh no. Don't fail me now. Ali, you failed me. Well, still a lot of money. Okay, so here's the issue. We're not reshuffling. So the alley will not be in play. Unless I play the rice broker on a copper. I must have some copper down there. So I think what I'm going to do is take rice and a province. I don't want to fall behind on greening. I'm gonna go. Man, they are really. I'm impressed with. The thing is, so they're very thin and they're drawing a lot, but they don't have their rice is not very powerful. I think their rice is basically a gold because they're playing. They have an alley. Oh, they only just bought the alley, so now their rice is. Now their rice is as good as gold. But mine is platinum. So I think rice, province, and am I buying a copper or an estate? Next turn, so I made 17 this turn. I just added 5 more money, so that's 22. But I'm going to have to trash a copper, so that's 21. I should be able to do like double province rice broker. Next turn, I'll be drawing. I should be drawing everything. So I think I'm just going to leave this. Yeah, they're trashing rice brokers. Oh, they're not greening. I think that's really good for me. The fact that they're not greening here, they're gonna... Ooh, hello. Have you backed yourself into a corner? Have you just... I think the AI just totally boinked itself. I don't know what word to use for this, but it's that seems like a real bad move. Am I missing something? Is there gardens on the board or vineyard or what's the farmland? Yeah, okay, so let's rice this. Play that. Oh, I forgot that I have to pay that debt back. But okay, let's just go. I think I'm gonna go double province rice broker. And the rice broker will be to trash another action, whether it be rice broker or Imperial Envoy. Maybe Root Cellars. Could be alley Root Cellar. Like, I think it's just, I mean, I could just take another province here. That puts me up to 4 provinces. And let's have some fun. Let's mess around with some things. famous last words in Dominion. And what I'll do is from now on, I'm just going to go full green. Yeah, I don't know what the AI is doing here. This is too bad. Well, it's not the worst. I'm still going to draw all of my payload stuff. Root cellar silver, maybe? Yeah, the AI has completely backed itself into a corner here. I don't know what it did. It was, I thought it was, for the most part, doing just fine until the turn where it picked up the curse. So I'm going to Rice broke the Imperial Envoy. Oh, wow. There's so much draw down there that we missed. But does it matter? Yes, it does. Yeah, okay. So, I've gotten to a very brief discussion with people about how the AI is not managing the new cards very well. It's very hit and miss. Like, the first daily with Rising Sun, which was on Saturday a few days ago, it went into an endless loop of putting itself into debt and then paying it off, and it could not get itself going. But if you play any of the pre-made kingdoms, some of them are really hard. Yeah, some of the pre-made kingdoms, the AI absolutely knows what it's doing. And it took me, some of them took like 7 or 8 tries for me to finally win on those pre-made kingdoms. This one, yeah, I mean, obviously the lack of village is one of the biggest impacts on this one. If there were a village, then I could see both of us picking up Mountain Shrine, in which case Biding Time gets activated, and the greening phase is a completely different story. I remember in my preview videos, or maybe it was in the full release of the rulebook, the first time I saw Samurai, I said to I think Samurai is a very weak card. It's not very good. However, on this board, it makes Rice about as good as Platinum. And Platinum for 7 with a buy is fantastic on a money-ish board, especially when there's powerful draw. Imperial Envoy, that's like in a money-ish deck with a few Platinum. This is hella good. Yeah, I'm sure some of my decisions towards the end were not the best, like getting some more alleys, more root cellars. Maybe I should have just triple province on that one turn, but it looked like the AI. The triple province, I think, was immediately before the AI shot itself on the foot. I don't know what it was thinking there. Let's look at its deck. I mean, yeah, 7 Rice, and even the Artists. Again, this is not worth it. Artist is at most drawing 4 cards in their deck, and you have to, and that's only if you get to play these cards in the right order. So yeah, I just don't think it knew what it was doing on this particular kingdom. So yeah, I mean, it was fun, but not really a challenge with what the AI was doing. It's funny though, because we essentially mirrored each other for the first few turns. We got to a very similar state, but in different ways. They trashed 2 estates on their first 2 turns. If they had hit 5 on turn 3 and bought an Imperial Envoy, then both of our decks would be in almost the exact same state after 3 turns. Because I opened Imperial Envoy in the opening, and then when I played it, I trashed 2 estates. So after 3 turns, both of us very well could have been 2 estates down and 1 Imperial Envoy up. But seems like they just had no idea what they were doing after the first few turns. Anyway, Oh, and the copper buy. When I bought the copper early on, again, like, I think that was the right choice at the time simply because I wanted to manage precise price points that I was hitting. I didn't want to have to waste a turn picking up an extra silver. I wanted to be able to do everything I wanted to do on the next turn. Although I do think I mixed up. There were a couple turns where I mixed up. I did the math wrong on how much I was going to be able to draw. I think I underdrew my deck by one card or something like that. I don't remember. But yeah, overall, I think that was fine. Thanks for watching.